Hello everyone, I'm Curtis Cole from 3dincorp.com, and today we will be talking about Flash and how to use it with actually several ways that you can use it with 3D. And I am actually using Flash CS5, so it may or may not be the same for you. Actually, I have, my experience with CS3, it is a little bit easier to do things like import videos. But when you start up Flash, this is what you actually see. I usually use ActionScript 2.0, and when you click on it, you actually get these different things. And we're just going to kind of talk about some of your tools and things like that. A lot of them are similar to Illustrator if you're really good with that. With your selection tool and your sub-selection tool, where you can select the entire thing or just a little part of it. Your freeform, transform, 3D rotation, lasso tool, pen tool, text tool, line tool, rectangle tool, pen tool, brush tool, and they're all kind of self-explanatory. Paint tool, eyedropper tool, eraser tool, hand tool, and magnifying glass, bone tool, and deco tool, or whatever that is. And then there you go. Anyway. So just like Flash, a lot of Adobe programs, it does use layers and things like that. But now that we've kind of talked about Flash and like different things that you can do, you can insert keyframes. If you click on another one and go F9, or I'm sorry, not F9. It's what is it? 5 or okay, didn't want to do that, but anyway. Yeah. So that is pretty much Flash, and you can insert different keyframes. I'm sorry, using Captivate right now, so I'm kind of screwing up my different F keys and stuff like that. But anyway, you can insert frames and add different things to it. But what you do is you go to File and you go to Import, and you can do Import to Stage or Import to Library. I usually do Import to Library. And this is the way you do images and different things like that. So I can go to my pictures and just grab a sample picture out of here, and I use the same thing I use for Illustrator. I'll grab the little koala, and then he is actually in your library. Up here in the top right hand corner where all your files are collected, and you just click them and drag them in there. You can hit Q, hotkey for freeform selection, and scale him down. And there you go. He's a little bit closer to your stage size now. And once you get it pretty close, you can try to get it as close to the middle as you want, or you can just go over here and click this, go to your align tool, and make sure it's ticked align to stage, and there, and then you just scale it up so that it covers the whole page. And then hit Control and Enter to preview your your actual SWF. And there you go. And if we wanted him to kind of wanted his picture to move off, we would right click and convert to symbol and make it into something that we can move. So practice graphic, and then right click somewhere out here if you want to, and insert a keyframe, and we are going to move him over off here, and right click and create classic twin, and there you go. Control Enter, and moves off. And it'll keep looping because that's the way SWF is, unless you use your actions layer and right click actions or F9, keyboard shortcut, global function, movie clip control, or timeline control, and stop. I'm sorry, you actually have to insert a keyframe first. insert a keyframe, right click, actions, or F9, global functions, timeline control, stop. Exit out of there, and there you go. Now that we've talked about Flash and some of the things that you can do with Flash, we are going to talk about 3D and how you can incorporate 3D into Flash. What I've actually done is in 3D I've created a actual little game. It is keyframed and everything. The camera moves through the scene, and then things pop up, and I have a little a little later tutorial and teach you how to create the game. Actually, what we're going to do now is we're going to we have our little animation, and we want these targets to pop up, and we want to keyframe them so that when they come up we can stop, and then we can shoot at them with our little cursor or whatever. So what we'll do is we'll export it out. We'll just click F10 for your render setup, and then do your active frames and save the file as an AVI or whatever you want to do. And then you go into Flash and you go File, Import, Video. And then depending on what version of CS, whatever you're using, of Photoshop that Flash that you're using, you will have to, if you want to get it in the timeline, you have to embed it as an FLV, which means you have to have it as an FLV format, which you can't render out in 3ds Max. So you use what's called the Adobe Video Encoder, which you have here, and then you just add your file. I can go in and find my file, and let's see, it is in, sorry, it's a little late and I'm not really at the top of my folders. There we go, Capstone, and yeah, and there's my here's my where's my range? Anyway, no, I think it's in like I said, it's pretty late, and can't really find my anyway, there you go. You can just click your you can create your whatever file that you need, and click it in here, and then just select your preset to what you want to render it out as. You can do edit and choose from this whole big list of things, and then once you're done, then you just click Start Queue and it'll do it for you. But in this case, I've actually already rendered it out, so or done it in converted it in the media converter. So I can just go here and click my FLV. Let's go to next, and there's no audio on it, so music audio. There we go. Now what actually happened was it didn't have any keyframes to go off of, so it just put it in my library. So now that it has a keyframe, I'll drop it in there, and it'll tell me that it needs 301 frames to operate, which is true because I rendered it out at 301 frames in 3ds Max. And I will click yes, and that's okay. And then I'll align it to the center, and I can either scale it to the size of my stage, or I can scale my stage to the size of my project. My project is rendered out at 640 by 480, and I just align it to the stage again, and then Control Enter, and it plays through. And then I can do different things like add in buttons and make different noises and things like that. But that's all a little bit later. I can actually show you the final video of what it looks like, just to kind of give you an idea of what you can actually do. I'll go into game and find a final game. Let's see. Is it in my other? Might be in my other file. Like I said, I'm barely making it right now. I'm just trying to find this final range. Swift, but if I don't find it, it won't kill me. But it's an actual rendered version of the final game. And what I can do is, let's see. See, it's not in here. But anyway, like I said, you can go through and add different buttons and things like that. And my Flash has actually stopped working. So I'll close that out and close the program. I don't know why it stopped working, but it's a pretty good question, but that's okay. That's alright with me. Anyway, there it is. Here's the actual the final rendered out version of the game. You see that you can add music in and turn the music off. You can add music in and different text and stuff like that. You saw the actual animation, animation that we rendered out of 3ds Max, and you can go through and the music just stops. And then once you come up here, add it in a score counter, so that when you shoot the targets in different positions, you can see that it has like different sound effects and stuff like that. When you shoot the target in different positions, it gives you different amounts of points. And this is just like one of the things that you can create in Flash using your 3D, using your 3D and all the things that are available to you when you use Flash. So anyway, this is the project here, and you saw how I rendered it out, and then now I will create a tutorial to tell you how to make the game and make it fun and do different things and have a lot of fun with it. Anyway, that is Flash and how to use Flash with 3ds Max, and I'm Curtis Koval from 3DAimCorp.com, and I am out of here.